Serengeti. Here, life and death are not abstract concepts. They are continuously shifting variables on a brutal physical scale. Each passing moment is not merely time. It is the starting point of existence or the termination of a biological system. In the Serengeti, strength does not guarantee survival. Weakness does not guarantee elimination. Outcome is determined by a single factor: survival intelligence. This is the combined result of strategy, adaptability, and instinctive decisions that allow no margin for error. Every refined biological design here is paired with lethal risk. Silence does not equal safety. It is a state of pressure accumulation before life or death release. In the furnace of Tsavo East, survival is not defined by display. It is defined by tolerance and extreme physiological efficiency. Observe the dominant predator of this region. The Tsavo Lion. Do not expect the dense, prominent mane seen in Serengeti populations. In this semi-arid landscape, that feature becomes a lethal liability. Tsavo lions have shed the visual symbol of dominance to maximize survival performance. The most visible difference is the exposed head and neck. Most adult males here are completely maneless. In ecological terms, this is not degeneration. It is a tactical adjustment. With ambient temperatures frequently exceeding 91 degrees Fahrenheit, a heavy mane functions as a heat trap. Natural selection has enforced a direct trade-off. To maintain dominance in Tsavo, the heat dissipation must replace visual status. Without a mane, these lions can hunt and patrol territory, while other large cats are confined to shade. Power in Tsavo does not rely on prolonged high-speed pursuits. It relies on deterrence. After sunset, vocalizations travel more than 5 miles across open ground. These calls function as acoustic boundary markers. Fresh scent deposits on acacia trunks reinforce the same message. They signal immediate risk to any intruding competitor. This level of deterrence forces all other predators. Tsavo lions do not need continuous physical engagement. They dominate by compelling withdrawal before conflict begins. In this environment, energy is the most valuable resource. They may remain motionless for up to 20 hours per day. This is not inactivity. It is controlled energy conservation. Neural awareness remains active and responsive to ground-level vibrations. The absence of a mane enhances concealment in dense thorn vegetation. These lions function as specialists in close-range ambush. They use low-visibility terrain to approach undetected. Minimal movement and precise force complete the kill. In Tsavo East, dominance does not require ornamentation. It depends on efficiency and uncompromising adaptation to heat and scarcity. The Tsavo Lion. A territorial authority without visual insignia in an extreme landscape. Across the sunlit plains of the Serengeti, survival is defined by extremely short intervals. Here, the cheetah does not operate as an endurance predator. It functions as a biological projectile built for acceleration. Do not view it as a typical large cat. View it as a system refined to an extreme level. Where every anatomical detail serves velocity. That same speed is also the most severe energy constraint in this ecosystem. Every morphological feature of the cheetah follows strict aerodynamic principles. A lightweight skeletal frame reduces body mass to the lowest possible threshold. A flexible spine functions like a tension structure, allowing each stride to extend up to 23 feet. Its claws are non-retractable and operate like traction spikes, gripping dry ground to generate maximum propulsion. The cheetah has sacrificed most defensive capacity. It does not possess the bone-crushing jaw of a lion. It does not possess dense muscle layers for sustained combat. Each hunt represents a high-risk energy investment. Within the first 3 seconds, the cheetah reaches 60 miles per hour. Oxygen-rich blood is delivered to the hind limb muscles under maximum pressure. Heart rate rises to approximately 250 beats per minute. This state can be sustained for less than 30 seconds. Even after a successful kill, security remains unstable. If risk indicators rise above threshold, it abandons the carcass without resistance. The highest survival burden rests on females. Unlike males, a female cheetah hunts and raises offspring alone. She must execute life-critical sprints to produce milk, while simultaneously protecting cubs from concealed predators. This statistic reflects the species' vulnerability within an ecosystem that demands versatility. The cheetah demonstrates that extreme advantage carries extreme limitation. Speed allows contact with prey. Speed also removes endurance capacity. Survival depends on precise timing and zero-error execution. The cheetah, an organism that wagers survival on seconds of absolute performance. In the Serengeti, hyenas operate under a strict matriarchal structure. Females are larger, more aggressive, and hold absolute authority. A single clan can reach up to 80 individuals, organized through a hierarchy that is precise and unforgiving. This cohesion transforms them into a force that cannot be halted, where numbers and coordination replace individual strength. Contrary to common belief, hyenas are highly effective hunters. More than 70% of their food intake results from active hunting. Hyenas can pursue prey for several miles at a steady speed of 30 miles per hour. Maintaining pressure until exhaustion collapses the target. They do not hunt through impulse. They hunt through sustained attrition. The most formidable weapon of the hyena is its jaw. With a bite force reaching up to 1,100 PS, its jaw muscles can crush the femur of an adult wildebeest. While lions and cheetahs abandon dense skeletal remains, hyenas consume everything.
That's what hyenas are specifically made for. Just watch, guys. They're made to eat bone. Hyena's job.
Their digestive system can break down keratin and calcium. This capability positions them as the final recyclers of biological matter. In the Serengeti, nothing is wasted when hyenas are present. The ability to extract energy from the entire carcass allows survival even during extreme scarcity. Hyena strategy combines numbers with timing. They are highly efficient at reading environmental conditions. When a cheetah has just completed a kill and enters exhaustion, a hyena clan advances. Direct combat is unnecessary. The presence of superior numbers and coordinated vocal pressure is sufficient to force a solitary predator to abandon the resource. This is risk minimization in action. Why invest energy in pursuit when pressure alone can secure the resource? Hyenas demonstrate that success does not always belong to the fastest. It belongs to those that organize, persist, and apply pressure until resistance collapses. They do not require the symbolism of a crown. They require clan continuity and complete resource extraction. The spotted hyena, the militarized shadows of the savannah night. Within the Serengeti ecosystem, if the cheetah represents peak acceleration, the Thomson's gazelle represents the most difficult mobile target to secure. Its small body size should not be interpreted as weakness. In reality, it forms the central biological driver of many predator hunting cycles. This is a nomadic herbivore equipped with defensive strategies based on speed and behavioral pressure. For the Thomson's gazelle, survival is not limited to escape. It is a continuous calculation that forces predators to measure energy cost against potential gain. The first defensive asset of the Thomson's Gazelle is raw speed. It is capable of reaching speeds of up to 50 miles per hour, placing it among the fastest land mammals. However, the decisive advantage is not linear motion. Its primary defense lies in directional precision. With exceptional agility, it executes rapid lateral shifts and sharp changes in trajectory at the moment a predator commits. The most distinctive behavior of the Thomson's Gazelle is stotting. Instead of immediate flight, it performs high vertical jumps with all four legs extended and the spine arched. This behavior is not ornamental. It is a biologically encoded signal. By jumping rather than accelerating during the initial seconds, the gazelle communicates alertness and peak physical condition. This signal indicates that pursuit will require a high-energy investment with a low probability of success. This signaling mechanism is highly effective. When a predator assesses the target as energetically costly, the hunt is often aborted to conserve reserves. The life of the Thomson's Gazelle is a continuous nomadic movement. Its herds track rainfall patterns and fresh grass growth. Group structure remains fluid, merging and separating to distribute predation risk across space. It supplies the caloric foundation that sustains large feline populations. The continued presence of cheetahs and leopards is directly linked to the biological rhythm. The resilience of this species lies in its capacity to withstand persistent pressure. It does not compete through direct confrontation. It prevails by becoming energetically expensive, by maximizing the energy cost of pursuit, remaining stationary results in elimination. Uncontrolled flight is equally ineffective. Survival depends on continuous situational assessment. Each vertical leap functions as a declaration of biological readiness within one of the most intense predation environments on Earth. Thomson's Gazelle, the living pulse at the center of relentless pursuit. In the Serengeti, movement is never random. When red dust rises along the horizon, a massive biological system begins to operate. The Great Migration is not an inspiring pilgrimage. It is a forced evacuation. An irreversible loop driven by hunger and water scarcity. Do not view millions of zebras and wildebeest as a unified collective. View them as a flowing mass of individuals wagering survival on statistical probability. Migration here is the only condition for survival. When seasonal rains in the southern grasslands end, leaving dry pans and burned pasture, this journey exceeds 500 miles and functions as a brutal filter. At the front move more than 300,000 zebras. With digestive systems adapted to coarse grass, they act as path clearers. removing mature vegetation and exposing new growth for the more than 1.5 million wildebeest that follow. This coordination is not altruism. It is nutritional layer optimization that allows both species to persist. Within this collective flow, each individual carries its own risk. Above, flocks of vultures circle, waiting for the failure of the weak or injured. Within the tall grass, lionesses and leopards ambush at critical movement corridors. They do not need to search for prey. The migrating flow delivers food directly to them. When the herds reach the Mara River, survival logic reaches its extreme. Beneath the opaque water, Nile crocodiles measuring up to 20 feet have waited for months. For zebras and wildebeest, entering the river is a calculated act of self-risk. Chaos, panic, and pressure from tens of thousands behind force the leading animals into the kill zone. Here, death is not the result of precise selection, and it results from uncontrolled disorder. Animals are trampled, trapped against rock walls, or seized by ancient predators. The loop does not pause for loss. As soon as one individual falls, the migration continues to surge forward. Survival instinct prevents any backward glance. Those left behind become transferred energy within the scavenger system. This journey forms a closed circle. Where each destination becomes the starting point for another escape. Newborn zebras stand within minutes and run within an hour not to display strength. They do so because failure to move with the herd results in disappearance on the first day of life. The Great Migration stands as the final proof that nature's scale is not defined by individual safety. It is defined by system endurance. A harsh symphony of dust, blood, and sustained motion. In the Serengeti, movement is life. Stillness is termination, the Great Migration. The eternal loop of unrelenting footsteps. After the massive movements of hoofed animal herds, the Serengeti does not become more peaceful. It shifts into another operational layer. In this environment, the African bush elephant appears as more than the largest land animal on Earth. It functions as a living knowledge system. It is a biological system operating through experience accumulated across many generations. In elephant society, power does not belong to the largest male individual. It exists in the brain of the leading female. Each elephant herd is guided by an experienced matriarch. This individual holds the invisible map of ancient water sources, safe travel routes, and seasonal patterns of the grassland. In the Serengeti, where a single incorrect choice can lead an entire herd into a lethal water shortage, memory is no longer a simple advantage. It becomes a required condition for survival. Every biological feature of the elephant supports the ability to manage environmental stress. The enormous ears are not only for hearing. They function as a biological cooling system that releases accumulated heat under the African sun. The wrinkled skin holds mud and water longer on the body's surface, extending the cooling effect. The most remarkable structure remains the trunk. It is a muscular system composed of tens of thousands of individual muscle units. It is precise enough to pick up a single blade of grass. It is strong enough to break branches or dig into the bed of a dry river to reach underground water. When drought continues for long periods, elephants do not wait for rain to return. They actively modify the surrounding environment. An adult elephant can dig deep holes in a dry riverbed and bring groundwater to the surface. This action does not only support the elephant herd, it immediately creates a survival point for many other species. In the Serengeti, elephants do not only consume resources, they create resources. Elephant communication operates at a level that most other species cannot access. Their low-frequency rumbles travel through the air and produce vibrations through the ground across distances of many miles. The social structure of an elephant herd functions as a living fortress. Young individuals remain protected in the center of the formation. Adult females create a moving defensive layer around the outer edge. When lions or unusual threats appear, this formation tightens almost immediately. For elephants, maternal instinct is not limited to care. It functions as a collective strategy. A calf does not belong only to its mother. It belongs to the entire herd. African elephants demonstrate a central principle of the grassland ecosystem.